Well, if you are someone who's been turned away from the COVID-19 vaccine sites earlier this week, or maybe you just haven't had a chance to make it out to one of those sites yet, you still have time to do that this morning, but you're definitely going to need time and patience. Just like the past 2 days, we are already seeing hundreds of people lining up to try and make sure that they're going to be allowed in when the doors are open. So we want to check in with our Jessica Alpern. She is live this morning at Cultural Park Theater, which is in Cape Coral, and she's got an update for us. Good morning, Jessica.
Yeah, good morning, Amy. Well, we saw people lining up at this Cape Coral location as early as yesterday morning. We are already seeing hundreds of people, and that number, this line that you see here behind me, continues to grow. Now, one thing I do want you to take a look at is just how organized it is, especially in comparison to the Bonita Springs location that we showed you yesterday. You'll remember as deputies were trying to make space for the hundreds of more people arriving yesterday, things got a little chaotic. People were starting to cut the line, and there was a lot of tension building, but things are very spaced out. They have cones and tape here, and people are social distancing. So I want to let you hear straight from the Cape Coral Fire Department Chief, Ryan Lamb. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Talk to me about the fact that this is an all hands on deck effort. You guys really have a lot of people here on the ground. What was the whole process to get this set up and organized like?
So we started working yesterday when we knew, seeing some of the other sites, the amount of interest that there was. And so we've had a dozen police officers here overnight in conjunction with emergency management and other folks. Out this morning, we have folks from our public works crews, Parks and Rec, helping to park. We have plenty of parking. We're continuing to extend the line as more folks show up. And so we're making sure that we can keep this as organized as possible. But we do want folks to know that this isn't going to be the only day that you're going to be able to get the COVID-19 vaccine. They haven't been announced yet, but there will be more dates coming here shortly.
And Chief, we're going to talk about traffic and parking in just a bit. But first, I want to ask you, we were talking during the break, you have actually received the Moderna first dose of the COVID-19 vaccination that these folks are lined up to get yourself. So what was the experience like for you, and how did you feel afterwards?
So as a state certified paramedic, I had the opportunity to receive the first dose of the Moderna vaccine. It was quick and simple. I've received a number of vaccines as part of my employment, and so it was a little sore in the left arm for about 2 days. But other than that, that was it. I didn't have any other fever, headache, or other issues. The CDC does have an app that once you get the vaccine, they check on you every day to make sure that you're not having any of those severe symptoms. And so far, we've not heard any interactions or negative complications from the vaccine that we've personally seen.
And let's talk briefly about traffic. So for the folks who are watching this at home and thinking, well, I want to get out there and stake out my place in line right now, how are we doing with traffic? I know we see a lot of officers stationed with the flashing lights. There's a lot of signage on the roads as well. What's the best place around it all and the best place to park right now?
So right now we're asking folks to come in off the north side of the site, off of Southeast 4th Terrace and Cultural Park here. There's signs that direct you around. We have plenty of parking out in a big field here that we've got striped, and we have public works staff out helping folks park so we can get as many folks in as possible. We still have lots of parking, and we're going to continue to extend the line, and we're hopeful that here shortly we'll find out from the Department of Health how many vaccines we're going to have today, and we'll notify the folks in line. Everybody will be getting some form of notification of what their spot is in line, and then after that we will turn our signboards to cited capacity once we reach that point. But if they're not there yet, if you're interested, you're still welcome to come down.
Well, Chief, thank you so much for your time. Happy to hear that you yourself were able to get vaccinated and that you are feeling well. Of course, we are going to stay out here working to monitor the latest conditions for you. And as you just heard Chief Lamb say, as soon as we get an update from the Department of Health in regard to just how many hundreds of doses you will be able to receive here at this location, we will let you know. For now, reporting live in Cape Coral, Jessica Alpern, Fox 4.
All right, good information, Jessica. We'll check in with her in just a little bit.